Hey guys, we're going to talk in this one about Senate Democrats are making a big push, a big final push to the Biden administration for help with immigration before Biden leaves office. Come on in, say freedom now, freedom now, freedom now. As we end 2024, there's a lot of pushing going on Capitol Hill, to the White House saying, this is our last chance. We've got to do something. We've got to do something before you leave. And so in this one, we're going to talk about some of the big proposals that Senate Democrats are asking the Biden administration to do. So come on in, say freedom now. It's great to see you guys. Freedom now. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Hello, say where you're watching from. Freedom now. I hope you guys are having a terrific evening. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients nationwide. It's great to see you guys again. Thank you so much for being with me. This news that I'm going to share with you guys, comment throughout this live session, comment throughout and let me know your thoughts, okay? The good, the bad, the ugly. I know that you guys will tell me whatever is on your mind, and that's perfectly fine. Let's just get the engagement going and dialogue about this issue of what the Democrats are trying to do now. Okay, Biden has like minutes left in office, and it is it is really settling in about the drastic changes that are ahead of us in 2025 with the change of administration. And so now Senate Democrats are now rallying together again, and they're trying to get some things done for immigrants before Biden leaves office. And I'm going to take you guys into a letter that several senators sent to the president, asking for help. And as a matter of fact, at least one of these things have already happened. And I'm going to talk about what has happened. Guys, before you leave this session, certainly subscribe to my channel if you have not yet already done so, and hit that notification bell so that you'll get notice of these live sessions and uploads each week. Now, let's go into this issue, okay? This is a letter, all right? This is a letter that was sent to President Biden on December 9th. And the senators say, as senators who represent diverse states across our nation, um, we write to express our deep concern about the threat of the incoming administration, the threat that's posed to immigrants in our communities. Mass deportations would jeopardize the safety and security of millions of mixed status families. And then they go on to say that while we support common sense steps to better secure our borders and improve border processing, we will continue to oppose any policies that contradict our nation's core values. And so they're right in now in this last minute, this effort to pitch to the president that certain things can happen. They're still within your control, President Biden, to do. And so we're asking that you just hone in on these particular things that we would like for you to prioritize before you leave office. The first is redesignate and extend TPS, temporary protected status, for all eligible countries, and also consider providing deferred enforced departure as well. And so they mention countries like Ukraine, Nicaragua, um, Congo, and some other places that are facing significant humanitarian problems right now. And they say that the administration has already affirmed that conditions in El Salvador continue to justify TPS, with over 180,000 Salvadorian nationals having lived in the United States for more than 23 years. And so they're urging the administration to extend TPS protection for these eligible countries. Trump, as you guys know, is not a fan of TPS, of temporary protected status. And as a matter of fact, almost daily, I have consultations with individuals with TPS who are seriously concerned, folks from Cameroon and other countries in Haiti, who are very concerned about losing this status. And it is obviously a very real threat. And so now the Senate Democrats are saying, you have it within your powers to extend TPS for these countries, for all eligible countries, and we're asking that you do so. Um, and then they also, for countries that where deferred enforced departure applies, they would like those to be extended as well. And so that's the first big push. The second big push has to do with DACA, and particularly the renewal of the work permits. The request is that the Biden administration expedite the processing of benefit requests for DACA recipients. The letter says that while the ongoing uncertainty around the future of DACA, while there's so much uncertainty, of course, we urge DHS to process DACA renewals, all DACA renewals, all advanced parole requests, waivers, and H-1B premium processing from DACA recipients. They want all of that expedited as soon as possible. And guys, this is all within Biden's power. He could absolutely, or DHS, they can actually do this. They can quick, and they have been actually with the DACA renewal, work permit renewals. Those have been approved, are being approved very quickly these days. So the DHS, from what I can see so far, is responding to some of these priorities. Now, this also says that USCIS should also allow early renewals of DACA, okay, and allow DACA grants to maximize each individual's time and status. So they're saying that not only do we want you to give us fast answers with these requests, we would also like you to give DACA holders who are not yet eligible to renew their work permits. We want you to give them an opportunity to do so sooner rather than later, early renewals. Friends, you may have also heard that on Sunday, and I've talked about it as well, that President-elect Trump has said that he wants dreamers, and dreamers, DACA holders, they are sometimes considered one and the same, but technically they're really not. But in any event, he wants dreamers to be able to stay in the United States. That's what he has said. And that he wants to work with Democrats on finding a solution for DACA holders. Many people don't believe it. They just think that he should not be trusted with respect to DACA, because during his first term, they really were working actively to get rid of DACA, to end it in its entirety, and it didn't work. But in any event, this is what Trump had said on Sunday. Now, back to what these Senate Democrats are pushing Biden to do. The third big thing that they'd like to see happen is to protect the ability for DACA holders and others to travel on advanced parole. Toward the end of the first Trump administration, the Executive Office for Immigration Review proposed a rule restricting the ability of immigration judges to manage their court dockets. The rule also proposed, among other things, overruling a Board of Immigration's appeal decision, which was the main case that clarified rules around advanced parole and had helped many DACA recipients travel to their home countries for the first time in their lives. And so this letter goes on to say, we request that your administration withdraw the bulk of this proposed rule and codify the decision by making it clear that a non-citizen who leaves the country temporarily under the grant of advanced parole has neither departed nor made a departure for purposes of triggering an inadmissibility bar. This is a complex issue, but again, something that is within the Biden administration's ability to do. The next big push is to prioritize the adjudication of pending asylum claims. Many asylum cases have been pending in a backlog for many years. And so the Senate Democrats are urging the Biden administration to push forward on decisions in these pending asylum cases. We request that your administration ensure that those who started the process, in some cases even years before you took office, can finally complete their cases. This is a docket issue. I don't see how this is really going to happen. This particular one, the asylum offices across the country, many of them are very, very, very slow. But anyway, then the next big push, and this already happened, guys. This next big push is about work permits and being able to have automatic extension of your work permit for those who qualify. And the request is that they finalize a rule that provides automatic extensions for those with work permits and prioritize work permit processing. Earlier this year, USCIS had published a rule that increased the automatic extension period for work authorization from 180 days to at least 540 days. And this would provide continuity for folks who obviously are at risk of losing their job because the work permit expires so quickly. And this actually happened, guys. And I'm going to take you into this particular screen here on USCIS's website. Just yesterday, DHS announced that they're going to have a permanent increase of the automatic extension period to 180 days to 540 days for certain eligible non-citizens who filed their work permit application. So this automatic extension is already in place for 540 days. Now, let's see. I think that was it with this letter. Yes. So they end by saying that we stand ready to support you in these efforts, and we're committed to working together in these final days to ensure that these priorities are realized. And this was signed by Senator Durbin, Cory Booker, Tammy Duckworth, others here in the Senate, Alex Padilla. So the usual suspects. All right. So guys, that's what the Democrats are pushing, and some things have been successful. I'm watching the TPS push to see whether the Biden administration is going to respond with regard to temporary protected status, because I think that one in particular would make a significant difference. Much for being with me in this one. It was great having you. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I will be in the comments. I do read your comments. And please do not harass each other and do not bully. Guys, thanks so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.